Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the online platform of Association of Zoologists. First of all, can you give me the audio video confirmation? Hello? Can you give me the audio video confirmation so that I can proceed further? Okay. So, thank you for the confirmation. Once again, a very good evening to everyone, and welcome to this online platform of Association of Zoologists. I am Dr. Devanshi Joshi. I'm ecologist at Gale Foundation, and I am also a life member of AOZ. Friends, as you all are aware, that AOZ is running a series that is success stories of zoology alumni. As a part of it, today too, we are going to have one more episode with an interesting topic and a young personality. But before that, let me have a quick overview or brief idea about AOZ, that is Association of Zoologists. Friends, the vision of this association is to be the most representative and prominent platform for zoologists and to disseminate knowledge of contemporary development in zoology. With this vision, we are active since 2019. Yes, we are quite young. And since then, AOZ carries out various activities like online and offline workshops, trainings, and multiple ways to disseminate knowledge of zoology and encourage and motivate young minds to have zoology as a subject. So, yes, we are also on Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, we are as Gujarat.zoologist, and on Instagram, it's zoologists underscore association, wherein you can get the updates of our activities and all. So, not wasting much time, uh, let me invite a young zoologist who has joined us with from Qatar. So, let us please, guys, join me in welcoming Miss Shivani Patel. Hello,
Hello,
Shivani.
thank you so much, Devanshi.
Uh, Thank you. Let me introduce Shivani first. Friends, our today's zoology alumni, Miss Shivani Patel, is presently working as a senior marine scientific officer at Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, Qatar. Before that, when she was in India, she spent 5 years as a marine researcher at Wildlife Institute of India, a very well-known institute, wherein she was working on under a project funded by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So she is everywhere working with ministries directly.
Yeah.
Uh, at WII, she explored the Arabian Sea by scuba diving at Gujarat coast, and especially she worked for seagrass mapping and conducting surveys on coral associated fish, establishing artificial coral reefs. And her core area of marine research is basically marine megafauna like dugong, finless porpoise, and whale shark, dolphin, etc., even turtles. Currently, she holds position as a marine scientific officer, senior marine scientific officer, and that is where her roles and responsibilities are quite interesting. What she's doing there, she's studying the status of health and growth rate of sharks and whale sharks and dugong. I have seen many of your status, Shivani. They are indeed interesting. Moreover, she also studies behavior both underwater as well as through aerial surveys and breeding ground, tagging of the Qatar whale shark and migratory patterns of feeding and breeding. She is also providing recommendations for actions to be taken to improve management and conservation of this marine megafauna. Along with this, more importantly, she is also carrying the outreach and awareness initiatives through social media platforms to promote whale shark conservation in that region. So, yes, today's episode is going to be very interesting because we are going to dive too deep in the ocean as well as fly high in the air as a part of the drone research, drone surveys by Mr. Shivani Patel. So, not taking much time, let us begin. Shivani, as usual, I first of all would ask you that what triggered you and what motivated you to study zoology? I think you also studied from Maharaja Sayaji Rao University, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So many of the professors and heads and seniors are also present over here. So, what triggered you then to study zoology? Please.
So, first of all, thank you so much, Devanshi, for this wonderful, like, introduction of me. uh,
You
and
deserve it.
thank you so much for this alumni talk. Also, I'm very grateful to like be present here to encourage some of the future generations. So, yeah, coming to your questions. First, actually, it started from my 12th standard. So, my usual
Mm-hmm.
teachers were asking me because I was good uh, comparatively in my studies. So, they were asking me, what do you want to become? That time, of course, the traditional way is like doctor or engineering only. But that time, I said, like, I want to be a scientist. And then teacher said okay. And actually whatever I am right now, my thought process and my upbringing, it's just because of my parents. And like gradually I have like some connections with nature. It's not just about animals
Mm-hmm.
but with the nature.
Mm-hmm.
And that curiosity my father especially have seen. And by that time I knew that there is a kind of study in that is zoology. So one day we were just sitting and he asked me like, what do you want to like study in college? I said,
Okay.
zoology. And effortlessly he said okay, go for it. And though I had like full marks in mathematics and then like above 90 marks in biology, relatives
Mm-hmm.
also said like you can go for engineering and also like medicine. But I said no, I will just go for zoology. I just filled the form of zoology only, and that too also from the MS University. And
Yes.
and the so in MS University there is a thing like one person says which subject do you want to choose. So I had like good grades, so she suggested you can easily like eligible to have the chemistry because chemistry is high ranking subject. And you can get like good jobs after studying masters in that.
Economic, yes. Good
Yeah.
economic.
So I said no. I just want zoology. And then, of course, I studied chemistry also as a subsidiary and then botany. And the same thing for the masters also. My other friends
Mm-hmm.
after zoology, they opted like microbiology, biochemistry, marine biotechnology.
Mm-hmm.
But I just filled one form for the masters. That is also zoology, and that is also from MS University. And
So you are totally in love with zoology only.
yeah, gradually because it my interest, I knew that my interest is this only, and I can do good in this. I just want to do good. And it was so people actually have this thinking that zoology maybe it's the work in zoo only, like you will just study, like you can become a veterinary doctor or you will just be in the zoo. But it's not about that. Of course, people who are studying right now in zoology, you have like different subjects: developmental biology, cancer research. And actually in my master's thesis my subject was cancer research. I have done the molecular study.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
About the redox modulatory functions in the lung cancer cell line. So
Oh,
you in zoology
interesting.
you are studying the whole physiology of animal body. So we are also animal. So we like study neuroscience, developmental biology, genetics, conservation biology, wildlife. But that time, actually, in my master's thesis, I wanted to do a dissertation in cetaceans and also dugongs. But uh, my mentor and throughout all of my life, Professor PC Mangodi, he was very intrigued.
He understand.
He asked me like, how do you know about dugongs? Okay, I know. First time like I've seen like someone asking me about dugongs. Yeah. By that time, actually, I developed the interest in marine mammal study. So I wanted to do that time, but he said like due to our curriculum restrictions, we cannot do right now. But afterwards, after your masters, there is a project in WI that you can join. And trust me, after that masters, in that same year, 2017, I joined WI project as a volunteer. So I
Great.
spent from volunteer to field assistant, and then the main marine researcher in the same project. Like studying seagrass habitat, dugongs, corals, marine megafauna, everything. So yes.
Yes, and that's interesting actually. Indeed, it is understood that if a student is having this much passionate for the subject, definitely he or she is going to work outstanding in the field. So, I mean, you said that you worked in corals and coral reefs as well as in the deep. You dive deep, right? Even in the Gujarat coast, which is quite turbid. At the same time, for surveying Gujarat coast, you need to wait for low tide and high tide and everything you have to follow. So, I'm just curious, being girl, how did you face all these challenges while working on marine megafauna particularly?
So actually, I have not just worked in Gujarat coast. My first dive was actually in Andaman. There, I went for one
Okay.
workshop, marine workshop, and
Mm-hmm.
there in
Mm-hmm.
Andaman waters, that was my first dive in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And after that,
Okay.
yes, after that, my second dive was in Malvan, in the
Mm-hmm.
Maharashtra coast. That is actually a similar kind of coast to Gujarat. So there
Okay.
I completed my advanced paddy license, and then
Mm-hmm.
the third field survey was in Gujarat. And Gujarat waters is not always like turbid. In winter time, it's very beautiful. Trust me. And we have like
Uh,
very good diversity. And like some of the corals which I have seen in Gujarat, I have never seen anywhere else. And
is it?
yes, yes, the coral boulders and the seagrass meadows, the luscious green meadows. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
Andaman and Tamil Nadu. I have like did snorkeling in Tamil Nadu also. They have also the
Mm-hmm.
beautiful seagrass meadows, but there is a different charm in Gujarat waters. So of course, so I will not like gender discrimination. It's not just the female that face the challenges. So in my team there were like me and my colleagues who are boys, all were working together, and we all
Mm-hmm.
faced the same challenge. It was not just like of course female have some restrict like bodily restrictions, but the physical challenges we are facing the same. And I will just say one example, like my very dear friend. So in the Gujarat, it has like long intertidal area. Sometimes you have to walk like 5 kilometers just in the intertidal region uh, to see the seagrass meadows, to see the feeding trails of dugongs, to collect the samples, like for further analysis of soil and seagrasses. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
you have to carry that 10 kg weight. Um,
Mm-hmm.
So one of my colleague, he like tear the ligament on his leg, and due to that,
Oh my.
he faced after challenges like he could not do that easily the field work. And also sometimes like we as a girl also face the similar kind of um, like in some period of time you cannot go to the field. So these are all the challenges, but I would say it's rewarding challenges. Afterwards,
Of
the result
course.
that you see, the connection you feel with nature in the field, that is some another experience. I would say that you cannot get in the conventional job. It's like
Yes, of course. I
24
agree.
hours you are on the field, you are working, you are sweating, your legs are tired, your body aches, and after dive, like your body aches a lot.
Extremely
Yes, but
exhausted completely.
when you go through your images, your work,
Yes.
and segregation of your images for the analysis, and then you okay. By the time when you are clicking that picture, you are not observing that, but when you are analyzing it, okay, I have seen this also. So that is
Oh,
more interesting, more rewarding actually of that work. And
okay.
also,
Uh,
I would like to say like one challenge is
mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
the economy. The first few years,
Yes.
you won't get that. I wasn't getting any salary when I just joined as a volunteer. And it's not just in case of India, everywhere. Sometimes if you want to work
Oh,
in US or UK, you have to pay to do the volunteer or to do the internship. But of course, there is fellowship programs also. In that way, I only got in Andaman for one internship. So fellowships are available in that all the coverage, all your expenses is covered, but
mm-hmm.
it's a slow process. By that time you build up your CV, you build up your skills, experience, and then when you get like after 2 years I got like a good basic salary, and now I am pretty much earning good. So
Yes.
yeah,
We are really very happy for you that
thank
one of
you.
our marine biologists is settled well. So, proceeding further, very important question I would like to have and would like to discuss you in depth that what are the current advances and modern techniques in studying marine megafauna?
Yeah. So right now in this field, we are having like drone technology. With that,
Mm-hmm.
we are using the aerial footages to analyze
Mm-hmm.
the population trends, the behavior, the elusive,
Mm-hmm.
because like for example I will say dugongs. Dugongs are very shy animal. If you dive with them, they will just go away. So the best way to study them, their behavior, is drone. So when we fly drone here and you are seeing the mother and calf, and how the mother is teaching calf to go up in the air and then take the breath and then go down, and how to feed. So that is the new techniques right now we are using for our field survey. And also there is like ROV, remote underwater vehicle. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very new thing. And so in that it's the similar kind of like aerial drone, but this is underwater drone. So you just
Okay.
um, yes, it is used for surveying in that terrain where human being cannot reach, and also you don't want to disturb the animal, and you just want to um, take the animal and habitat um, um, like without any human hindrance, like without any human disturbance. So for the behavioral
Mm-hmm.
study that can be used, and the other thing is like satellite tracking. Now for the migratory patterns and their behavior study, their breeding and reproductive cycle to know the marine megafauna like sea turtles, dugongs, then whale shark. We are right now doing the whale shark satellite tracking, uh, which enables us to study their migratory routes. And why we are studying, so we can make the policies accordingly with the collaboration with all the countries, uh, because marine megafauna, they are migratory species, they migrate. And
Okay.
through that we can make the policies or actions, conservation measures to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
That is our main goal. So these three
And that
things,
is where, yes, please.
uh, so these things are
Please.
very important right now in the um, advanced techniques. Yes, you were saying.
Two things from your sharing. I would like to say that what I understood that, so in order to conserve this marine megafauna, first of uh, all the countries and nations have to come together on a common
Yes.
platform,
Yeah.
right? And at the same time, all must have at least some level of advanced technology or instrumentation, isn't it? If one country is having good tagging and all facilities, but the other country is not having that much well versed, I mean knowledgeable scuba divers. There might be scuba divers, but that they might not be good marine biologist. Or I mean there might be the issues of HR, there might be issues of instrumentation, as well as some natural things too. So for example, we can also dive as far as Gujarat or Indian coast is concerned, we are also restricted through seasons, isn't it?
Yeah.
Am I right? Okay.
Yeah. So okay. uh, So to your question, it is not like I would not think it as a restriction. This regional
Mm-hmm.
collaboration, why it is important.
Mm-hmm.
For example, one country has all the advances techniques, but if
Mm-hmm.
we are collaborating with that country which doesn't have that much advanced technology,
Advances.
we can help them.
Mm-hmm.
We have that, and these are migratory species. Such, for example, from
Mm-hmm.
one country it migrated to another country, and also
Mm-hmm.
we have built up that pr- um, methodology in which uh, the other country also can take just a picture, and then from that we can do analysis. Okay. And we just need some locations, like for example, one whale shark from the Arabian Gulf region, it is migrated to the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea region near to the west coast of India. We know that
Mm-hmm.
these are the migratory routes. And in India also, from WTI, they have
Mm-hmm.
tagged whale sharks in the past years, and they have also seen the migratory patterns. So
Mm-hmm.
in Australia also they are doing the same. And through that, there are so many research papers also in that they have made from all collecting all migratory satellite track data and
Mm-hmm.
made one
Mm-hmm.
policy or the
Mm-hmm.
convention like conservation measures to protect those migratory track sites. So our
Okay.
future um, recommendation is just to have this regional collaboration. So for the
Mm-hmm.
policy making, we don't need like that underdeveloped country also to have that advanced technology. We have the results. It's just we need like regional collaboration in that um different parties can sit together, and then we can like have those conservation measures together. And
Up to
like for
certain
example,
level.
in Gujarat, the fishermen cannot dive, but they can just take a picture. So there is one application that WTI has launched, like rescue whale shark rescue application. In that you can if you have sighted any marine megafauna, also you can fishermen can just take a picture and he can just put the coordinates into that, and it will go directly into their records. The similar thing that Marine Mammal Research and Conservation of India, they are also doing the same thing. In that also, marinemammals.in, you can submit any stranding records or live stranding records in that, and that will create a database from which the researchers can do analysis, and then we will get to know that which are the hotspots of those stranding records. So citizen science is actually very important. It's not just about the advanced technology and all.
Okay. Shivani, the last one you said is marinemammals.in for stranding
Yes,
records, right?
yes, yes.
And can you please repeat the earlier application name for the benefit
Yeah,
of our biologists?
whale shark rescue application. It is available on Play Store. It is like designed by WTI, but it is just for the Indian context.
WTI,
It is
right?
already used by the fishermen of India. So the good
Okay.
thing, um,
Hmm.
why this is important, through our study, we know that okay, this is the problem. uh, Sometimes whale shark get caught in the fishing net. So right
Mm-hmm.
now, just Gujarat Forest Department have released that fishermen will get like 50,000 rupees compensation if they will like release the whale
Oh,
shark. So that
okay.
is like great encouragement for the fishermen also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there, because fishing nets also it's very costly. It costs a lot
Very
for.
costly. And that is the basis of their livelihood. So,
Yeah.
at any cost, they need it.
Yes. So, because whenever I was doing there for the interview survey and all, fisherman was asking like, "Ma'am, हमको क्या मिलेगा इसमें?" They were like innocently were asking, like, because their income it's very less. They are not getting that much amount, and if they will cut the net, they will not get anything. So then forest department also understood it, and then they made this policy. Okay, you just have to get the proper video of its release, and then the whale shark is swimming freely and alive, and you will get the compensation. So it is right now running successfully, which is a good thing. So,
Indeed, good.
from research, analysis, and to policy making, that is the way for the marine
Yes.
megafauna conservation. Anywhere in the world.
Okay. One more thing we would like to know more from you. You also mentioned underwater drone. Can you
Yes.
throw some more light? Have you used
Yeah.
it during your research?
Yes. So right now we used it in for our dugong study here in Qatar, and um, so ROV, there are different parts for it. Some is used for just to study coral associated fishes. So when
Mm-hmm.
one diver is going under the water and he or she
Mm-hmm.
wants to study the behavior of coral associated fishes or seagrass associated
Mm-hmm.
fishes, of course
Mm-hmm.
those fish behavior will be changed due to the
Mm-hmm.
presence of that diver. But if we
Oh,
want to just see the behavior of those fishes in the natural environment, we have to just drop the camera into that. We have to fix just
okay.
like a camera trapping. It's happening on the land. Same thing
Oh,
underwater.
yes. Yes.
Yes. And ROV, it's like it is a moving
Okay.
instrument which
Okay.
you can like remotely move underwater, and it's not
Mm-hmm.
making that much sound like a fishing vessel. So very
Okay.
very minute sound, just the fans, not making any bubbles. So that also it's
Oh,
very good to study the dugong or sea turtle or whale shark, even the whale shark behavior. We have not started to study the whale shark or sea turtle behavior with that, but we have like uh, started to study dugong behavior with that. So it's a new
yes.
technology. Even future generation also can think about it to do like advances in that. And just right now, like
Mm-hmm.
last week, some engineer collaborated with marine and like marine biologists. They built a
Mm-hmm.
3D printed corals
Mm-hmm.
to for propagation of corals, coral habitat.
Okay.
So now, before it was just like biology subjects were combining together, but now the different disciplines are combining together to study the marine field, like engineering together with um, like technology and marine environment. They are coming together to like study to conserve the marine the changing environment. So the so with the changing environment, the climate change, more heat resistant coral um, are being like propagated so that they can withstand in the climate change. So these are the fields. I would say like the young zoologist, everyone right now it's in the social media, but use your social media very wisely. Like you can find different things that is running in the like marine biology, marine oceanography field, and also in
Mm-hmm.
Twitter you can find. Uh, so if you because now new generation are always like on Instagram or Twitter or something like that. So in
Yes,
that
yes.
also use like choose those pages who can give you the advanced knowledge, whatever is going surrounding you. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So it's indeed interesting to know about this underwater drone. Is it common in India, or has this technology entered in our country?
Yes, actually, it is entered. So, in 2022, one of the
Mm-hmm.
uh, very good, like my like mentor in forest department, and also
Mm-hmm.
he asked me like what is the price of ROV, how because in Gujarat coast water, it not everywhere we can dive, but we have like very good
Yes.
coral reefs, uh, so many diversity. So if we want to study the coral reefs where we cannot dive because of the currents, we can use
Mm-hmm.
ROV. So he
Yes.
was just asking me what will like how we can use it. And yes, in some of the west like Gulf of Kutch area, they have used the ROV to study. So it's not a like it's already entered in the Indian uh, market, I would
Research,
say.
marine research.
Yeah. It's just like normal people don't know what we have. Even like one time, very long time ago, one master student was asking me, I want to do research on sharks. Do we have sharks? I mean, yes, we have sharks in Gujarat coast water. So many sharks.
Hmm.
Even manta rays also. Okay, do we have
Hmm.
manta
Hmm.
rays? Yes, we have. It's just you need to have the knowledge. Even when I was studying in my masters, so many of my colleagues also didn't know what is dugong. Even my
Hmm.
like engineering friends also didn't know that time like what is dugongs. Still so many people in India, if you will like randomly ask what is dugong, what is sea cow, they would not know. So the we need to have like marine animals, marine environment, not just marine, like overall um natural
Wildlife.
habitat, not like seagrass ecosystem, forest, and coral, and associated faunas, marine megafaunas in our curriculum. Because the one thing which I have seen here in Qatar, every like little kids also know what is dugong. We have like a big statue over here of dugong, and the full family in one of the beaches.
Okay.
Yes. So, and not just dugongs, they know what is parrotfish, what is ras, uh, different kind like grouper. So that curriculum we need to set up in our Indian education. That is one
System.
recommendation for me.
I was about to come to the NEP actually. Would you like to say, or from when you look at your past and total education and syllabus of zoology as well as school syllabus, would you like to say something that regarding marine megafauna, it is supposed to be included in our syllabus?
In my master's, in the wildlife section, it was there. It's not just
Okay.
I am saying not just in whenever you are like studying zoology, that time only that curriculum has to be there. I'm saying like when you are studying in the school, that time, because this is the
Hmm.
basic thing. You need to know what um, so, forest, we learn about forest in our school time. Like, forest are the major source of oxygen. But seagrass ecosystem are more major source of oxygen than that. Uh,
Hmm.
and the whole ocean, if you like, um, compare it to land, so many species has not been even discovered from the ocean.
Yes, not
Yeah,
identified. Yes,
but
yes, yes, yes.
actually, from that also, whatever that we have discovered from the ocean, from that also, no one knows what we have in our own surrounding. Just fishermen or their kids know. If you go like in, like I am from Baroda, in that
Hmm.
city
Hmm.
area, or no one knows. Okay, what is that? What is parrotfish? What is ras? No one knows. So um,
Oh,
for like in the kid, like the growing stage, they need to know like what we have, a seagrass ecosystem, no one knows about it. So that needs to be added into the school education system, not just in the zoology.
oh, so you are going to say that, uh, you say that it is some basic things are supposed to be included at
Yes.
school level as well as
Yeah.
certain things as a part of education outreach programs and all.
Yeah.
See, this is what I also faced actually, Shivani. When I asked people what you liked, or when I ask what is starfish, they really imagine a fish. Or
Yeah.
sometimes, if they have seen on beach something like star, then they won't say it is exactly like fish. One more thing about sea anemone. In Gujarati, it
Seahorse.
is known as
Best
seahorse.
example is seahorse.
Seahorse.
Yeah.
So there are many such ambiguous. Even see cucumber, they feel it might
Hmm.
be like a vegetable. Plant.
Yeah.
So I also published a complete article on such ambiguous marine fauna, and
Yeah.
that is actually I also feel is needed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh,
So you don't like I'm recommending you don't include the species level, just like normal seagrass habitat, coral habitat, mangroves. What are mangroves? What are those roles? Why are they important? Just that. It will
and that
like and encourage from that level only. It's not just like once you enter
mm,
into zoology, then you will okay think about the conservation and all. Right now, the climate change, um, it's everywhere. It's not just like if you okay, you will get to know about climate change once you study zoology or the environmental
yes, yes,
then
yes,
only you will know. No, everyone knows about climate change, but why it is happening, no one knows.
yes.
So for that, you need to learn about what are the factors. Uh, we know the problem, but to
Hmm,
get
hmm, 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 hmm.
we need to know what will help to reduce that climate change, right? So
Yes, of course. Uh, Proceeding further, Shivani, I would like to you to throw some light upon the molecular and genetic level research being carried out on marine megafauna.
yeah, so for marine megafauna, genetic studies is very like trending, not just right now, from so many years ago. Um, so
Mm-hmm.
um, from actually cetaceans to dugongs, to see their evolutionary lineage. This
Mm-hmm.
genetic molecular studies has been done to compare like which population is relative to different locations. Like in previous years, from our WII, we have our colleagues have done the study in that, like Tamil Nadu dugong population are more related to Andaman and then the East Coast, and Gulf of Kutch dugong
Mm-hmm.
population is more related to uh, this Arabian Gulf region population. So because
Yes.
that the satellite tracking, and even though right now also, because you cannot do satellite tracking on dugongs very easily, it will increase the stress level in that animal. So best way is to do genetic study. You just have the tissue sample and then you can just compare. It's a um, easy process, for the molecular, if you want to go into the molecular studies in the future, you can think
Mm-hmm.
about that also. Like, okay, so not just in the marine field. One of my junior was studying the tiger,
Mm-hmm.
the genetics and tiger population also. So right now,
Mm-hmm.
this molecular studies are helping a lot to study
Mm-hmm.
their evolutionary lineage. So zoologists can think about that in future also, if they want, if they are interested in that.
Okay. Uh, I would also like to know that, I mean, being a being a researcher who has also worked with Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change at India, as well as working at the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change Qatar. So, as you are also directly connected to very high authorities of two different countries, I would like to say or throw some light upon how our students, our zoologists, can fetch grants in this particular subject.
Okay, so for the grants, you just have to look whenever it is available in the websites. So WI, every time if any positions is opening, they post it on online or in the Yeti platform. So time to time, you can just see those platforms, Yeti, YETI. Um,
Hmm.
that is one platform, and all, of course, you can just go into the page of WII.
Mhm.
Then NCBS also have some programs now.
Okay.
WCS post whenever the position is available. Internship is available on Instagram also. So
Mm-hmm.
that is what I say. No, use your in Twitter also. Sometimes you will find any internship or any job offers, if you want to like have. And annually, if you want to do like PhD abroad, there is like a one time duration, like summer or winter. In that
Mm-hmm.
fellowship availabilities are there. So you have to just find in that time that, okay, and then you scrutinize like what is your skills are, which will perfectly fit to that job. If you don't have that skill, work on that skill. Like for example, if the job is asking for divers, because you have to do like
Hmm.
water studies, then build up
Yes,
that skill.
yes.
But if you are afraid of, it's not necessary. Like if you are not comfortable diving, it's not like end of it. You can work a boat based survey also. Some right now the drone. If you have good knowledge of flying the drones, you can apply in that kind of job also. If you are good in statistical analysis or
Mm-hmm.
software science, data science, there are jobs available in that field also right now in marine science.
Mm-hmm.
So not always like if you want to be become a marine scientist, you have to go into underwater, you have to learn swimming. But I would say like once in a while, like you have to learn, you just for the experience. But if you are not comfortable, you can go for this data science, those fields also. And coming to the work differences in Qatar and in India, um,
Yes, India.
it's just different styles and different field. um, it For me it really depends on how I am perceiving and how I am interacting. I have not seen any like difference in the behavior. There also I had very good connections with my fishermen and the forest department. Though I have joined here, they still like ask me if they find anything. Like just recently uh, um, very good forest officer have who really is in contact with me. He found the finless porpoise carcass and he asked me, "Is it dugong or porpoise?" I said, "Like, okay, it is finless porpoise." And whenever, if any fisherman finds the whale shark, they or dolphins like sightings, they capture the video and send it to me. Okay, I've because we have trained that time to the fishermen that whenever you are seeing anything, just take a photo and the location and send it to us. That was very, it's just about building a connection. The same thing I'm doing here. And here also, our boat crew, whenever they are going into
Mm-hmm.
the field. Just yesterday, um, one he sent me the, okay, here we have find this. It might be useful to you. And for the field, of course, it's different. I would like to show like the difference in the field. Wait, yes. So here, as you can see in the left side, the boat is little bit fancy, and that's me in the
Yes.
center, like clicking the
Mm-hmm.
underwater photographs of whale shark, and on the right side,
Mm-hmm.
that's a dinghy, so it's not that fancy. But I'm not complaining about it. That is also a very wonderful experience for me. That is um, the fisherman who is helping me to get the camera and all.
Okay. So
Yes,
in both the pictures, you are inside the water. You are
yes,
diving or swimming.
yes, yeah, yeah. I am
Okay.
swimming. Just
Oh, in the Qatar photographed left side, you're swimming only.
yes, yes. On the center, that
You're
is
not
me actually.
you're not in the scuba apparatus.
No, no. This is just a snorkeling.
Snorkeling. Oh, I mean, are you not afraid of this whale shark? Are they, I mean, not
Whale
aggressive?
sharks are very friendly. They don't
Mm-hmm.
harm human beings at all. You just keep a
Mm-hmm.
safe distance from them. It's not for your protection, it is for their protection also. You keep the
Mm-hmm.
distance, you take the photographs for your research purpose, and come back to
Mm-hmm.
the boat. They,
Can you tell us what is the minimum safe distance from whale shark required?
3 meters, preferably 3 to 5 meters.
Mm-hmm.
You keep your distance. But here,
Mm-hmm.
actually, we have the biggest, largest aggregation of whale sharks. So many times it happens like
Okay.
I'm in the center and five of the whale sharks are surrounding me. So I stop swimming that time. I let them move
Uh,
whichever direction they want to move. because if I will like fin a lot, maybe it will
Mm-hmm.
harm the whale shark. uh, they will just like they feed on planktons. The planktons are
Mm-hmm.
like small animals, um, like fish eggs, and then
Mm-hmm.
zooplankton, phytoplanktons. They are
Mm-hmm.
filter feeding
Mm-hmm.
animals, so they just eat those.
Okay.
They don't have like teeth; they have gills. From that, they filter out that water, and then they take the nutritions out of those planktons.
They are
So
quite innocent, harmless animals.
very innocent, very gentle. That is why another name for them is gentle giants.
That's it. Oh,
Yes,
interesting.
gentle giants.
Uh, you said it's a large congregation of whale shark. Is it the
Yes.
largest of the world or just large?
Largest in the world. Largest in the world. Yes.
You indeed are fortunate to work at such area, isn't it?
Thank you.
Uh, well, next I would like to ask you
Yeah.
that.
And
Um,
sorry, I will just show
yes, yes,
you
please.
the different slide. So I when you
Oh,
said like
oh.
the
Mm-hmm,
I am indeed to work in this area, but I am very fortunate to work in Gujarat as well, because Gujarat has
mm-hmm,
very beautiful biodiversity as well. These are the water clarity from Gujarat in the winter time.
mm-hmm,
So uh, that two above photos, one is my underwater work when I was studying the coral and seagrass associated fish fauna. I was just
mm-hmm,
observing them, taking pictures. And the second photo is I am walking around the intertidal region in search
mm-hmm,
of dugong feeding trails.
mm-hmm.
That is like indirect way to confirm the presence of dugongs. Um, and through that only, previously it was known that it is locally extinct, but in 2018,
Okay.
when me with my colleague Samiha Pathan, she discovered the carcass of dugong. Um,
Dugo.
with her efforts, we could find, and then my another colleague, Sagar, he flew the drone, and he first time sighted the live dugong. Two There were two sightings in the Gulf of Kutch. So um, that uh, new technology also helped us to confirm the dugong presence in the Gulf of Kutch.
Dugong
And also these
presence.
are the beautiful fishes, mackerel, then snappers. In between, in the third photo,
You
left
please,
side.
excuse me, Shivani. You please, I mean, dictate us with color so that all our viewers can connect.
Okay, okay. So the yellow color fishes are trevallis. They are feeding
Hmm.
on the seagrass associated macrobanthos. Um,
Okay,
then
interesting.
the side, the small fishes in the blue water, it is
Mm-hmm.
uh, mackerels, like smaller
Hmm.
mackerels, and then
These are
the
all in
third.
Gulf of Kutch.
Yes, yes. These are all in Gulf of Kutch. And the first photo in which I am underwater, and the uh, large fishes are there. They are bat fishes. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they are very calm, and they live in the crevices of. So that is the structure of for corals propagation. In that, this
Mm-hmm.
fishes are residing, and the
Mm-hmm.
last left photo in which um, you are seeing, those are snappers, and in between,
Mm-hmm.
two groupers are actually sitting. They are camouflaging.
Oh.
That is like one of my favorite fish, the orange spotted grouper. So the both picture, left and right in the down,
Mm-hmm.
those are
Mm-hmm.
red snappers. Yeah,
Okay.
and these are the diversity of Gulf of Kutch. Just a few
Indeed,
glimpse.
indeed.
We have like so many more diversity. This is just a glimpse. And this is the biodiversity of here. This is also a glimpse. So the first two photos in which I am on the left side, I am
Mm-hmm.
tagging the whale shark for the
Mm-hmm.
satellite tracking.
Mm-hmm.
And the second photo, I'm just like having the stagnant moment because I knew that a whale shark is behind. My one of my friend, she told like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, one whale shark is behind you. So I was just like calm. So with my feeling, it won't disturb. Then the second photo is dugong. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we have the largest aggregation of dugongs as well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
in the Arabian Gulf, sharing with Bahrain and UAE.
What
Second
might
photo
be the
is
total, roughly total population of dugong over there?
more than like in between 600 to 800.
Okay.
Yes, and for the whale shark is more than 300. And we
Mm-hmm.
have given them QID, and soon we will publish the catalog also, giving them like
Great.
QID. Um,
Surely share it.
yes, sure. And the third photo last on the left side, it is black tip shark.
Okay.
And
Okay.
on the right side, you are seeing the aggregation of whale sharks
Mm-hmm. Aggregation of well shark.
in the
Indeed
Qatar.
interesting. One more thing I would like to ask you, Shivani. I mean, when you dive, uh, though whale shark and dugong are quite innocent and generous, as you said, they are also known as generous giants. But apart from these two animals, there are number of dangerous animals too, as far as when you are in that side of Arabian Sea, right? uh, Other species of shark are aggressive. At the same time, there are number of snakes. Of course, these snakes are not aggressive, but they are poisonous. So had you felt any challenge or threat from them during, I mean, in your as a marine biologist experience?
So in last year only, in
Mm-hmm.
in September month, we have seen the
Mm-hmm.
largest aggregation of three types of shark: spinner
Mm-hmm.
shark, full shark, and
Mm-hmm.
black tip shark. They were
Okay.
just feeding on the sardines here in the
Mm-hmm.
Arabian Gulf, Qatari waters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We shot them, and then I went into the water. So they are in the behavior of feeding, and when they are feeding, they are aggressive. So they have
Mm-hmm.
very poor eyesight. They just sense
Okay.
the movement. So
Okay.
from the moment they sense, okay, this is fish, and then they will capture. In
Mm-hmm.
that time, if you are also in the water, so I was also in the water, and if I'm
Oh God.
finning very hard, they will also think that I am a fish, and they come to bite.
Grab.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't come to like kill. So that is the common misunderstanding for the people.
Oh,
Not all animals are very fond of human meat. they don't they
be
don't like
afraid.
to kill humans. It's just as far as you keep the safe distance. If they are on the aggressive mode, don't go into the water. That time when I went
Mm-hmm.
to just take a picture, some of
Mm-hmm.
the sharks were coming. You just make
Mm-hmm.
there are few steps, you drive them away from their nose. And the best thing, okay, if you are
Oh,
not comfortable, just come on the boat. That time my boat captain, he said, okay, come on the boat. If
okay.
yeah, whenever they are on the feeding frenzy, like don't go into the water. But they don't harm human beings like purposefully. It's just if
Okay.
you poke them, they will poke you back.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's
So
a common
keeping
behavior
safe
in humans also. If you let So keep the safe distance.
distance.
Not all animals are like they come to bite you. With sea snakes also, uh,
Mhm.
same like in the land, you don't harm the snakes purposefully,
And they
then
don't
they
harm you.
they
Yeah.
want to also harm you. They will just do their business. Leave them on their own, like in the nature. Don't like play with them.
Okay. It was indeed an interesting discussion, Shivani. And I don't know when the complete hour went. So at
Okay. Yeah.
last, uh, I would request you to say any special tip if you want to, and as well as any research gap in the field of any lacuna if you have identified in this field of marine megafauna, and takeaways to our young zoologists.
There are so many in this marine research that you can work on. Like I
Mm-hmm.
have said, in right now the engineering, technology, and marine environment coming
Mm-hmm.
together to
Mm-hmm.
find a way to combat this climate change.
Mm-hmm.
So the future generations are, of course, they want to do everything very fast, but also
Mm-hmm.
with the traditional knowledge, you can make a
Mm-hmm.
difference. So, learn, study, not like to get everything very quickly. Uh, you will get there, but with learning. Because in WY, I was working in WI, we used to get the volunteers. So we I saw the mindset of the new generations. They want to have like everything quickly. They think there's underwater scuba diving things very fascinating. Okay, I will do this only. I just want to dive. It's not just about the dive. If you're diving irrationally, like touching corals,
Mm-hmm.
touching animals,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a good way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
my friend also made one research that
Mm-hmm.
bad ways to do this scuba diving.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like not every time, um, if you are diving and harming the corals, it's not a good thing. And then you tell, okay, I'm a marine biologist. You are not, if you are doing that. So please be mindful whatever in the field you are going, but just learn about it. You will get there by learning, by building your skills, and just be patient about it. Whenever you want to learn, be open minded, not like restrict yourself. Now
Okay.
the engineering and environmental studies are together. Who knows, like in future medical and environmental studies also can be together, so you can think about those ways also.
Oh, so these are some of the scopes for our young zoologists, you mean to
Yes,
say?
yes. Like just like medical biotechnology, you can find a ways, like some medicines, they are like some of the sunscreens are not good for the coral environment, so you can think about some uh, some ways of making good products
Environmental
for
solution.
environmental friendly. So it's a
Yes.
large space. You can think about everything. We have like very less people in this field. We want more good marine environmentalist in this field.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Shivani, for being with us and inspiring, motivating, and guiding our viewers, especially the young zoologists. And it was indeed interesting as well as insightful talk, Shivani. So I would say that I personally felt that I would need one more hour to exclusively talk about your behavior study of dugongs and the generous giants you said, the whale shark. Thank you so much, Shivani. And
Thank you. Thank you so
we shall
much.
have one
Thanks
more
for having
session.
me also.
No, no, no. It was indeed insightful. So, once again, thanks to all the viewers, as I said, you can find us on Instagram as well as Facebook as Gujarat Zoologist, as well as the Zoologist underscore association on Instagram. So, please keep looking at the social medias and remain updated about the activities of Association of Zoologists. Till then, uh, goodbye and good night to everyone. See you in the next episode of Zoology Alumni Success Story. Thank you.
Thank you so much.